Greetings, Ian from R.T.O here. Welcome to another classic album review, and this week we're going to go back to the 80s. We're going to look at an album by a band called Level 42, who were an English jazz funk band formed on the Isle of Wight in 1979. They were quite big in the 80s and 90s, and then their commercial profile diminished in the early 90s, a few personnel changes and musical shifts. They disbanded in 94 but reformed in 2001. And the album we're going to look at today is this one, Running in the Family, which was the 7th album released in 1987. The lineup of the band at the time was Mark King on lead vocals and bass guitar, Mike Lindup on keyboards, backing vocals, lead vocals on one of the tracks, Roland Gould on guitars, Phil Gould on drums, additional musicians on here as keyboards and backing vocals. Gary Barnacle plays the saxophone in Lessons in Love, Cries March saxophone on Running in the Family, backing vocals Julian Mendelssohn. The album was produced by Wally Bardo and Level 42 themselves. Okay, the first track on here is the classic Lessons in Love, my favourite song by Level 42. Love the bass line in this, and the keyboards are great as well from Mike. Good track, classic song from the 80s. Children Say is the next track. It's not too bad. It's got a nice vocals on here, some great harmonies as well, but it's more mediocre for me. Then we get Running in the Family, another good great song, and because it's on the album you get the full version of this, 6 minutes and 12 seconds worth. Again, one of my favourite songs by the band. It's just a classic, isn't it? Then we get It's Over. Now, if you remember when we did the retro ranking, I don't like this version, and I actually prefer the acoustic version to this. Again, it's too long. It's 6 minutes and it just goes round in circles, and the shorter acoustic version is far superior. Then we get To Be With You Again, just a typical 80s pop song, typical 80s keyboard sounds. It fits with the band and what they were doing. So that 80s sounds better on some bands than it does on others, but because of what this band were, it sounds fine and it fits in. It's not too bad. Then we get to Solitudes, this is Mike Lindup singing. He's got a really nice voice. It's not too bad at all. I like that track, very pleasant. Fashion Fever. It's got some great slap bass on this from Mark King. He was the king of the slap bass. Really nice sound on that. I do like that. The track itself, it's okay. It's one of the better tracks. Then we get the Sleepwalkers. It's a bit of a reggae beat to it, and it's not too bad. So what did everyone think of it in the music business? Well, there's not many reviews for it, but AllMusic gave it 3 stars. Now, LM Magazine, they gave it, let's have a count of this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 8 out of 10 stars. Record Mirror, indifferent. And the Rolling Stone, favourable. How did it do in the charts? Well, it got to number 2 in the UK, 23 in America, Swiss number 4, Sweden number 6, Norwegians 4, New Zealand 3, Germany 4, Holland 3, Canada 6, Austria 4, and 35 in Australia. We had a major success. People say this is their best album ever. Do I think it is? No, I don't think it's their best album ever. I'm not going to say what their best album is, because I'm sure at some stage there will be an album ranking of this band. But apart from 2 or 3 tracks, the rest are just very mediocre pop songs. Not memorable at all. I believe there are better albums than this in their catalogue. But I don't own it, but I have listened to it quite a lot. And for an 80s album, it's okay. I don't dislike it. I just think they did better, and I don't understand why people think this is their best album. I don't get that at all. So I'm going to actually give this one an R.T.O ranking of 7.5. Okay, that's all for today for you folks. I'll be back tomorrow, and tomorrow we have got a viewer's request, and it's a band called The Cross, which of course features Mr. Roger Taylor from Queen, and on the keyboards is the Queen, I'd say the 5th member of Queen, and that's Spike Edney. So we're going to have a look at their very short career. And tomorrow's retro ranking is a bit special tomorrow, because obviously this week we're coming up to Remembrance Day. So I thought I'd pick some of my favourite war movie themes. People have always been saying, you know, we'll do a bit more about movies and soundtracks. So I thought I'd do one on some of the classic war movies, and we'll talk about the theme tunes and a bit about the movies, on where they sit with if they're my favourites or not. Okay, have a great day, everyone. And if you're watching this for the first time, and because you like Level 42 in the 80s, we don't just do the 80s, we do everything. We've even done the 2000s on this channel, so there's always something here for everybody. So give me a tick, a thumbs up, I mean the tick, and if you really like it, why not subscribe so you don't miss out on any of the content, and always remember to hit that bell. So I will see you all tomorrow. Bye for now.